Hope is the new movie by Na Hong-Jin. This is his fourth movie and his first in like 10 years. It was first announced that he was working with filmmaker Alfonso Cuarón on a project, and I suppose it later materialized into this movie. It premiered at the Cannes Film Festival, competing for the Palme d'Or, and there was this type of secrecy that was coming out of this. People were coming away very polarized, and some were making the comparisons to a Michael Bay movie. Now that I've seen it, I totally understand why this perplexed audiences. It's weird to think of a movie that says so much without trying to say really anything at all. This is really anything but message heavy. Instead, the action spectacles and weird, blunt, and awkward humor drives this 160-minute runtime. One thing I really like about this movie is that it has a very natural start to it, a very natural buildup of things. And knowing Na's other movies, I wasn't really quite sure what I was going to get with the first 25-30 minutes here. Ultimately, while this movie absolutely genre hops, it serves as both like a riff and like an ode to blockbuster entertainment. And it's all served up to us in this oddball South Korean type of sensibility. It's also the most expensive Korean film ever. This movie opens up with who sees a dead cow in the middle of the street, and at first it seems like a tiger attacked it, but it doesn't take long to kind of figure out that it is a way more complex being. After giving these minor details, we're then presented with this enormous action set piece that goes on up until the first hour of this movie. It is really astounding. This has some of the best stunt driving that I've seen on a movie in recent memory, and this has been a good year for action. I mean, I loved The Furious. And it's around here I thought, at 160 minutes, this movie is clearly a commitment, but for those that love like a good like oddball sensibility, many of which probably watch this channel, I think this is a very rewarding movie. And as mentioned, this movie does have a very specific sense of humor. It's absurd, it's ironic, and it even kind of dives into like the Michael Bay-esque crude and toilet joke humor. There is a monologue on this movie that you would never believe is packed into this. The whole time watching this, I kind of thought like, how dare this movie? How dare this movie not just be inspired by its Western influences, but indulge in its Western influences too. I think what really grounded it is Na's art house sensibilities. I mean, he fits like a glove amongst his other Korean contemporaries. But what he does here with Hope is something so weird and far riskier than the contemporaries' last outputs, and honestly, in my opinion, better. Big glaring fault of this movie is definitely the CGI. I mean, it's rough. The VFX here is pretty bad. Clearly, they're not marketing what the beings on this movie look like, especially if they want this movie to make its money back. What we have here is straight up out of like the Beowulf generation. And honestly, like it is just too late. It is just too 2026 to excuse. But going back to the tone of this movie, there is this clear self-awareness. It's almost like Na Hong-Jin wants the audience to acknowledge that they are in a cinema watching this. The finale of this movie totally goes for broke. I mean, they play up every absurd eccentricity that this movie has going for it to the highest. I loved the final like action set piece of this movie. I thought it was great. And it was around here that I kind of realized too that I cared about all of the characters that we got to meet throughout this movie. If some of the audience wasn't lost already by this movie, it's near the end that I think a lot of them are going to abandon ship. But man, I appreciate how bold this was. While there's nothing on here that feels or even suggests art house fare, there is an attention to detail and quality that sneaks up on you that makes this whole nutshell feel more highbrow than it is. It worked for me at least. The ending here is open, like wide open, and it's totally ridiculous. There's an after credit sequence and everything, and I loved it. I really enjoyed my time watching this movie. I know this will not be for everybody, but I give the team here huge props, and supposedly a sequel is already written. Count me in. I give Hope an 8.3. Hope is going to be released by Neon and is in theaters September 9th. Thank you for watching. You caught me in a dress shirt and a tie, and it's because things are getting pretty serious. I owe $300,000 in child support. Do you have any idea how difficult it is living in New York City, paying for New York City rent, and having to figure out this debt all for some kid? You might be thinking, Doublemint, why don't you just get some day job? You don't think I've already tried? My attention span is shot. It only works for a movie that I'm into or a book that I'm into. I'm gonna continue like churning out the good recs. I'm gonna tell you what's dope in theaters. I'm gonna tell you what's available in the bookstores now. Like, I don't wanna say any names, but like back in 2024, when all these YouTube reviewers were reviewing like in Conclave, Venom: The Last Dance, I was reviewing Rachel Ormond. Let's keep it a band. Like and subscribe to Doublemint Variety. I'm gonna keep it pushing. There's more to come. Thank you guys again for watching.